I don't think that the Holy Knights are on fraud watch, but I do understand the sentiment. Obviously, spoilers for Elbaf and the God Valley incident, but while Elbaf has shown us that the Holy Knights are strong people, like for example, Gunko can keep somebody as strong as Jinbei tied up with her devil fruit power. But we have seen them consistently getting absolutely washed by anybody that's even scratching the Emperor tier. However, just because we're seeing this back to back, like Whitebeard just throwing out an unnamed attack in that direction and she getting split in half, or Garling trying to fight Rox and then getting off screen the same way Rox's son be doing people, this doesn't mean that the Holy Knights are weak. They just fighting some of the strongest people in the world at this time. Garling probably didn't know any better, but what did he think was gonna happen fighting the dude that killed an admiral? The same dude that somehow got past all the Gorosei and made it to the flower room in front of Emu themselves. You thought you were finna beat this dude? But the thing is, I'm not finna call him a fraud for losing to, like, quite honestly, the strongest dude in the series that's like second to only Emu. For all their demonic powers and immortality, didn't even know for sure if fighting Joy Boy was worse than fighting Kaido. They wanted to kill Luffy before he could awaken that devil fruit, and half of the other Gorosei were like, wait a minute now, if y'all do that, he coming for us next. They know they can do all this. They know they have immortality, but they also know we don't want smoke with Kaido. And while I wouldn't call him a fraud for this, I can see why people think that they are really dependent on their powers. But like this person was saying, I think it fits the Holy Knights to be super reliant on their powers because they're like pampered princesses. These guys were given god tier powers and they don't have anybody to ever actually train against to get better with these things. Meanwhile, pirates out in the world like Kid run into big ass problems like Shanks, and then when they get taken down, if they happen to live, they get stronger from that occurrence. The Kaido that was fighting against the world on God Valley is weaker than the Kaido that's in the main story because he's in the Blue Sea and he's able to fight and train against a wide array of people over the years, like Odin. It's not surprising that the Gorosei and the Holy Knights cannot keep up with these guys just because they're immortal. But again, this is only to people that are in that Emperor tier. I would say those Emperor tier characters can beat the Holy Knights and beat the Gorosei members. But characters with really strong haki like the Wings of the Pirate King, Sanji, Scopper Gaban, these types of people can also cut these guys down, but it will take a lot more effort. Scopper just has way more experience right here because he knows what he's dealing with. Honestly, I think it's perfect that the enemies in the final saga of One Piece are immortals, because we saw how strong people like Whitebeard and Kaido and Big Mom were and what they're able to do with their devil fruits. I'm not really expecting a lot of people left in the story to be able to surpass what it is they did. And if it turned out that the world government just had a bunch of people that were at the same level or stronger than Kaido and Big Mom, that would just be bad storytelling. I think them being immortal so you can't kill them, you can only delay them, like Mr. X from Resident Evil is like the perfect final villain in the final saga. Whenever they pull up and they got a job to do, they will get their job done because you cannot stop them from doing it. Think of them like killers in a horror movie where you can stab Jason Voorhees, but he gonna keep getting back up. The only way to be safe from them is to just get away.